Hi, I'm Jay, and I have something to say about Reaperbone 6.
Hey, so I want to talk a little bit about Reaper Bones 6 Kickstarter. This is my first Reaper Bones Kickstarter, but I've backed a couple minis before. But I kind of wanted to go through. These are the unlocks so far. They're at about 700,000. We can expect this to go to 3 million, and I'll show you why. Here is the funding goal or the funding uh, kind of results for Reaper Bones 3. So you can see they started about 700,000 on the first day. They get about 30,000 per day, and there's a little bump at the end. Reaper Bones 4, exactly the same thing. Here's $3 million. Huge. 500,000 on the first day, 160,000 on the second day, 30,000 per day, and then a big bump at the end. So what happens is people back the base $125 pledge, and then as things get unlocked, some people trickle in and add some more, and some people up their pledge. But then at the end, when it's about to close, they're like, "Oh, I need to give them I need to figure out what I want to buy," and that's why you get this big bump at the end. It's the last minute. Um, Reaper Bones 5 had a little bit bigger first day with 1 million, but a little bit smaller last day. But they're still 3.3 million. Now this was the first one with the Bones USA Res minis. Most of them are still going to be the Bones Black Plastic. If you're not sure what the differences are, go do some searches. Um, and you can see Bones 6 started about the same, 500,000 on the first day, 180 on the second day. And now we can go and look at what we expect to be the quote unquote doldrums that Reaper has mentioned in their live streams. Um, the set this year, um, the core set seems pretty like NPC heavy or adventurer heavy. They've got these gnomes and adventurers and I mean this little halfling on a fairy dragon is really cool, but they don't have a lot of monsters. They've got the skeletal houndmaster, but for the most part, these are humanoids. This pack of zombies is from the last Reaper that they just threw into up the count. These guards are pretty boring. More adventurers. Two Sophies that were exclusives and now they're reprinting, so that surprises me a little bit. They're talking about doing these ants in a red resin, which is kind of cool. Some pirates, some mud people. Right now, I think the mini counts up to like 70. We can expect to get like 150 to 180 minis in the core pledge. It's going to be a little bit less of a value than the last previous ones, just because the price of everything's going up. I think we can expect maybe 80 cents to $1 per mini, where before they got down to about 60 cents. I think this is pretty boring, actually. The Green Griffin is great if you want set pieces. That's all this furniture. These are extra $50 expansions. They have all this furniture, some NPCs. So if you like setting up your town instead of using a flat paper map, this is the expansion for you. This one I'm going to pass on because I prefer the flat stuff that doesn't get in the way, but that's just personal preference. Look at this huge bar that they're going to unlock at 1 million. And again, this will get unlocked. We're expecting to go to 3 million. Look at this huge bar. That's cool. Shadows of Sullenhall expansion is undead. I have so many zombies and skeletons already. I'm probably not going to do anything with this, but this crypt is cool. This fountain's cool. This necromancer's cool. These ghosts are cool. Like vampires, skeletons. I just have so many skeletons that, like, despite how cool the vampire and the giant skeleton is, I just don't have a huge use for them. I have a pair of Cyclops skeletons. Probably be a little smaller than this, but not much. From WizKids Savage Encounters. Briarwood Vale, I'm excited about. I spent most of the pandemic filling out my demons and devils so that I could do any kind of Nine Hells campaign, and I bought some stuff to fill out Shadow Archive for the Shadow Realm, or what do they call it, the Shadowfell, but I don't have anything for the Fey Realm. So this one excites me a lot. There's sylphs and will o' the wisps and kelpies, and these bee people and mushroom folk and fairies and fairy dragons. That's what excites me the most are the sylphs and the fairies and the red caps. Will o' the Wisps are actually kind of like in demand for the WizKids pre-painted stuff, so those could be have some value. Um, and then we haven't seen. This is probably going to be the monsters, and then this one's kind of going to be like Egyptian mummy themed. So I might just do the three expansions. I might not even do the core set, except then you lose the value because these are going to be like $2 a mini for these expansions. This paint's a great deal. It's like $1.50. Sorry, I'm in the room with my daughter and she's playing with stuff. Let's cut that out. This paint set's really cool. Just because of the value, it's going to be $1.50 a bottle, 12 bottles for $18. Like the discount's just insane. These ones a little less exciting, a little over $2 for minis, but I might pick up the Knowles and these customizable army men, men at arms. Definitely going to pass on the chibis. It's just not my style. And again, I've got so many orcs. I'm probably going to pass on that. I'll be waiting to see what the really big, large minis are that are going to be like $8 to $20 for a single one. Those are going to be what's cool, dragons and stuff. Hopefully, they have this fairy unicorn on the. Hopefully, they release that at some point as a mini. That'd be cool.
So I'm really excited about this Kickstarter, but I'm going to be a little hypercritical of the contents just because I'm looking to fill holes in my set. I'm not starting from scratch. I've probably spent at least $700 on WizKids pre-painted minis, and then I spent a lot of money over the pandemic just to keep myself sane on minis. So, like I said, I filled out my demons. I'm short on some Fae and some underwater stuff, so I'm a little sad I missed out on the Dark Depths expansion for Reaper Bones 5. But I'm just really excited about the Kickstarter because it's my first one.